Hello everyone, this is J.K.VARSHINI, Assistant Professor of Business Administration, A.D.M. College for Women, Autonomous Nagapattinam. I'm going to start this class with a short story. Once upon a time in a bustling city, there was a girl named Maya who has always a dream of starting her own bakery down the streets and becoming a successful entrepreneur. And as she wishes, she started her own bakery one day, but unfortunately her business moved towards losses. She was confused, but she was a good baker. All her cakes and pastries were delicious, though she faced a huge loss in her business. So she decided to find the reason behind this. She wanted to know why her business is getting down. Then she walked down the street and find another bakery, which is located near Maya's bakery, and asked the owner, "How you run your business in a successful way? I could see that customer prefer to be here rather than any other bakery. So how it is possible, sir?" And he says, "It's a myth to think that we understand business just because we see business operations every day. Most entrepreneurs like you and me know about business practices, but few will understand its role and the relationships." Like that, he says. Maya was confused and she says, "I don't understand what you are saying. I want more clarification," like that, she says. Then she started to explain about the business environment. He says, "Not only our business operation will give us success in our business. You have to analyze the external factor that affect your business." He says, all you have to do is to build your business according to the environment. She started to think about the environment of her business, and then she realized that she has to change her business according to the business environment. She started to change things one by one. First of all, she decided to know about the population of the area, and then she differentiated her products. She reduced the geographical distance by providing customer services like delivering products. She started to use eco-friendly packaging for her pastries. She started to know about her customers' social and cultural needs, and according to that, she started to change her business place more relaxing for her customers. She implants new missions to develop her business. These are all the changes she made for her business, and finally, she reached the path that leads to success. Yes, in this video, we are going to see about the business environment and external forces of the business environment also. Okay, now I am going to start with the meaning of the business environment. The business environment is the combination of all internal and external factors that impact a company's operation and outcomes. It has two factors, namely endogenous and exogenous, which is internal and external factors. Internal factors includes company's culture, resource, and employees. On the other hand, external factors involve customers, competitors, suppliers, economic conditions, government policies, market trends, social and technological changes. So both internal and external factors affect the business in various ways. The next one is the definition of a business environment. The business environment has been defined by Bayard O. as the total of all things external to firms and industries which affect their organization and operation. What he defined is that competitors, suppliers, economic conditions, government policies, market trends, social and technological changes will affect the business. So one businessman should analyze these factors to get higher in his business cycle. And according to author M. Weimer, the business environment encompasses the climate or set of conditions, economic, social, political, or institutional, in which business operations are conducted. So both of them says that the business environment involves external factors that affect the business in various ways like economical, social, political, or institutional. Let us clearly see about external forces of business environment. There are 7 external forces that all of us should know about. The first one is demographic environment. Demographic environment is a study of human population with reference to its size, density, distribution, and other connected vital statistics. This information is very essential in modern day for planning and development and also for framing laws related to society and business. The density of the population, the extent of the standard of living, the level of the education, and the nature of the occupation, and so on, greatly influence the type of business the entrepreneurs could undertake. For example, in a place where there are a large number of children and ladies, the business unit could think of marketing only for those commodities required by ladies and children. For example, toys, toy shop or beauty parlor. So that kind of environment mainly targets the women and children alone. The nature of business is also decided by the literacy of the people. So according to that, business unit has a unique idea of creating advertisement and marketing styles for their business. And then availability of manpower is an important criterion for deciding business plans and operations. The success of operation depends on the health, education, and skills of the people, besides their attitude towards work and self-improvement. One of the reasons for the poor productivity in business units in underdeveloped countries like India is a poor health, education, and lack of skills of the people. But in Japan, you can see Japan peoples are always hardworking in nature. They have excellent skills and establish different business strategies. So, demographic environment is essential to analyze when someone enters into a business. The second one is economic environment. A business enterprise is affected by various economic forces which cannot be controlled by the business. These economic forces can be divided into two categories. One is demand force and another one is competitive force. When it comes to demand force, demand can be influenced by many factors like an individual's income, the customer's behavior, their expectation, their preferences, and their willingness to buy the commodity, etc. So these will affect the business environment in one way or another. And when it comes to competitive forces, our competitors tries to affect our business. Competitive forces like monopoly, duopoly, or oligopoly, and it can be in any form that will affect your business. And the tool they will use to affect your business is price cutting, advertisement, product differentiation, marketing strategies, and consumers services. So these are the competitive forces that will affect our business. The third one is geographical environment. Geographical conditions to a greater extent influence the type of industries and business in a region. Generally, the people of a particular geographical region will have similar taste, preference, and requirements. For example, commodities that are largely demanded in Kerala may not at all be demanded in Kashmir. The geographical situation decides the business operation. The climate, the rainfall, humidity, the vegetation, etc. decides the type of living in a particular region, and only those industries which could cater to the needs of the people. So clearly we can see that the business environment involves geographical factors. The fourth one is the ecological environment. Ecology is a study dealing with the interaction of living organisms with each other and with their non-living environment. It is a science telling about the relationship of all living things, which is human beings, animals, birds, and plants, with non-living things like air, water, soil, represented by atmosphere, rivers, lake, mountains, and land. By undertaking a business, the ecosystem of the region gets disturbed. Because of the pollution, the business is created. Businessmen often have to realize the effect of their actions. For example, if you start a quarry business, it will produce a nice pollution. And if you start a chemical and plastic manufacturing business, that leads to creating water pollution and so on. So if you want to start a business, you have to save the ecosystem at the same time also. The fifth one is social and cultural environment. The social and cultural attitudes of a region influence the business organization of the region in variety of ways. The business practices and the management technique of the organization should scope with the social and cultural attitudes of the people. Every society develops its own culture, which means how the member of the society behave and interact with each other in society as well as outside of the society. The term culture includes values, norms, customs, ethics, goals, and other accepted behavior patterns. Another important social culture factor affecting the business is the rural and urban classification. A business of national or international character cannot employ a man of rural upbringing with rural originated education and outlook unless he is given extraordinary training and orientation to the job. This involves additional cost for the business, so there will be a language problem and the medium of instruction given by the employer arises problem. So finally, we may say that the very nature of business depends on the social environment of the region. The sixth one is the political and legal environment. The political and legal environment touches the business in every sphere and almost every day. All business firms are directly affected to a greater or lesser degree by the government and its programs. Political forces will decide the nature of business programs and projects to be undertaken for the development of the country. These political forces can be classified as long-term forces, quick changes, cyclical changes, and regional factors. So when the government changing the policies and regulations, there will be a impact on the business also. So political forces is one of the external forces that affect the business in some way. On the other hand, the legal environment affects the business in the form of the legal system of the country. In this connection, all countries of the world have a separate set of laws for the control and direction of business. So the legal environment also affects the business environment. And the last force is the technological environment. Technology means the systematic knowledge of the industrial art. Technique denotes the method of performance. These two are increasingly used in modern literature on industrial production. The present age is the age of technology. Technology affects the business in two ways. The first one is impact of the society and another one is impact on business operations. Modern living is entirely dependent on technology and specialization of technology. The product or services that we use involves some specified technology. The knowledge we gain every day through various medias like newspapers, books, radio, television, and internet shows that we are technically adopting technology in our day-to-day life. Geographical distance have become nothing with enormous revolution in transportation facilities. But at the same time, the technology has a dark side too. Noise, dirt, dust, pollution will affect the environment. For example, atomic reactor plants cause diseases and some of the industries creates water pollution that will affect the people who drink it. Adding chemicals in soft drink may affect the consumer's health. However, people gladly accept the lifestyle and culture of science and technology. At the same time, in business, production, product development, employment practices, marketing, and informational processing are done through technology. For example, technology helps the businessman to adopt safer and quick method of production. In business, information passing is highly revolution. More data are collected and computerized for future reference, which lead to make quick decisions in future. So these are all the 7 external forces that every businessman should analyze before he enter into his business. Hope you have all enjoyed and learned about business environment. See you on my next video. Thanks for watching. Thank you.